840 horsepower.
From the factory, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2.3 seconds, faster than a Bugatti Chiron. This is not a tuned car, it is not a race car, it is a production car that you can buy from a dealer. The Dodge Challenger Demon. But here's what's even crazier. This car is built on a 2008 platform, 16 years without a generation change. That's a death sentence for any car, but not for the Challenger. This is the story of a car that didn't give a damn about the rules, or trends, or common sense, and it won. The year is 1969. America is on fire. Vietnam, student protests, Woodstock, the moon landing. The country is undergoing a cultural revolution. Young people are rebelling against everything, against war, against their parents, against the system, and against boring cars. The Ford Mustang has dominated for 5 years. The Chevrolet Camaro is hot on its heels. The muscle car war is in full swing. And where is Dodge? Nowhere. Chrysler had a problem. Their youth model, the Dodge Dart, was marketed as a boring family sedan. Because it was a boring family sedan. The Mustang was taking young buyers. The Camaro was finishing off the rest. Chrysler was 5 years late to the party. But when they finally arrived, they came with a grenade in each hand. Dodge didn't try to catch up with the Mustang and Camaro. They decided to destroy them, to create a monster that would make pony cars look like toys. Challenger, contender, the one who challenges. The name spoke for itself. It wasn't an attempt to break into the market, it was a declaration of war, a contender for the throne. Unlike the Mustang with its wild horses and the Camaro with its mysterious devourer, the Challenger was as straightforward as a sledgehammer. We're here to kick your ass. Get ready. Interesting fact, before the car, the name Challenger was given to a British heavy tank from World War II. The machine was designed to break through fortifications. Perhaps it's a coincidence, or perhaps not, because the Dodge Challenger was created precisely for this purpose, to break through the defenses of its competitors. On September 1st, 1969, the Challenger was unveiled to the public, and the automotive world understood the rules of the game had changed. The first thing that caught the eye was its size. The Challenger was bigger, longer than the Mustang, wider than the Camaro, more aggressive than both. It wasn't a pony car, it was a real muscle car. No compromises. The design was provocative. A radiator grille split in half, twin headlights, muscular sides. It looked like a fighter ready to enter the ring. And the colors: Sublime, acid green, plum crazy, purple, panther pink, yes, pink, HEMI orange, bright orange. Dodge didn't just release a car, they released a manifesto. Want to be invisible? Buy a Toyota. Want to be seen? Buy a Challenger. But the main thing was under the hood. Dodge offered 18 different engines. 18. That's not a typo. The base inline-six, 145 horsepower for the thrifty. The 346-pack, 290 horsepower for serious drivers. The 446-pack, 390 horsepower for the insane. But at the top of the pyramid sat a monster, a legend, a name that still gives any car enthusiast goosebumps. HEMI, 426 cubic inches, 7 liters, 425 horsepower, officially. In reality, about 500. Dodge underreported the figures so that insurance companies wouldn't faint. The name HEMI comes from hemispherical combustion chambers, technology from aviation, from racing. The HEMI engine cost almost as much as the base Challenger itself, and people paid for it. And for those who found even the HEMI insufficient, Dodge created the TA, Trans Am, a special version for homologation in racing, a matte black hood to prevent glare from the sun, wide tires, side exhaust pipes sticking out like cannon barrels, a 346-pack with 3 carburetors, officially 290 horsepower, in reality, well over 350. Only 2,399 were made. Today, they cost from $200,000. It seemed that Challenger was destined for success, the most powerful, the most daring, the most striking. But fate had a cruel blow in store, and it came from where no one expected. The year is 1973. An oil embargo is in effect. Arab countries have cut off oil supplies to the United States. Gasoline prices quadruple. There are miles-long lines at gas stations. America, the land of big roads and big engines, suddenly finds itself without fuel. And the Challenger, with its 7-liter HEMI engine that guzzles 25 liters per 100 kilometers, becomes an outcast. Sales plummeted. 70, 83,000, 71, 29,000, 72, 26,000, 74, 16,000. Challenger was dying before our eyes. Insurance companies killed the market. Premiums for powerful cars skyrocketed. Young people could no longer afford a Challenger, not even a base model. The government introduced emission standards. Engines began to be throttled. HEMI disappeared in 1971. 440 disappeared in 1973. The 1974 Challenger produced a paltry 150 horsepower, compared to 425 4 years earlier. It wasn't a Challenger, it was a shadow. In April 1974, Dodge announced that production of the Challenger had been discontinued. Just 4 years, 4 short, crazy, legendary years. The Mustang and Camaro survived, albeit weakened. The Challenger did not. The first death. For the next 4 years, the Challenger name didn't exist at all. And then Dodge did something strange. Very strange. The year is 1978. Dodge revives the Challenger name. Fans are excited. Is the legend returning? Then they see the car, and they don't understand what's going on. It was Mitsubishi. Seriously. Dodge took the Japanese Mitsubishi Galant Lambda, slapped their badge on it, and called it the Challenger. 2 liters, 105 horsepower, front-wheel drive. That was called the Challenger, the name that belonged to the 7-liter HEMI monster. Fans were furious. Journalists laughed. It was an insult to the memory. But Dodge didn't care. They needed an economical car for a new market. The Challenger name was available. Why not use it? The result? Sales were mediocre. Its reputation was destroyed. In 1983, this imposter was quietly buried. A second death. This time, death by shame. 25 years of silence. An entire generation grew up without a real Challenger. Many thought the name was dead forever. They were wrong. The year is 2006. The Detroit Auto Show. Dodge has a surprise in store. Journalists are handed mysterious invitations with a single word on them. Challenger. Rumors run wild. Could it be? After 34 years? The cover falls, and the hall explodes. Retro design, direct references to the 70s, long hood, aggressive grille, those same twin headlights. The Challenger is back, for real. Dodge didn't go for a modern interpretation. They made a time machine, a car that looked like the 1970s never ended. The year 2008. Production model, 6.1 liters, HEMI, 425 horsepower, the same numbers as in 1970. Coincidence? Of course not. Dodge sent a message. The legend is back. No compromises.
But the main thing was different.
Its competitors, the Mustang and Camaro, became smaller, lighter, more modern. The Challenger remained big, just like in the good old days. Rear seats where adults could actually sit. A trunk that could hold luggage. Comfort on the highway. It wasn't just a sports car, it was a grand tourer, a car for traveling across America.
Critics were skeptical.
It's based on a sedan platform. It's too heavy. It's too old-fashioned. It won't survive against the new Mustang and Camaro. They were wrong. Very wrong.
The year is 2015.
Dodge understands that to survive, you have to be crazier than everyone else. And so, they introduce the Hellcat. 6 liters, supercharged, 707 horsepower. The most powerful muscle car ever built, from the factory. The competition is in shock. The Mustang GT has 435 horsepower. The Camaro SS has 455. Hellcat, 707. This isn't competition, this is annihilation. 0 to 100, 3.6 seconds. Top speed, 328 kilometers per hour. In a car weighing 2 tons. It was impossible, but Dodge did it. And then, in 2017, Dodge said, Hellcat is for beginners. Meet Demon, 840 horsepower, stock, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2.3 seconds. That's the official record for production cars. The Demon was so fast that the National Hot Rod Association banned it from drag strips. Without a roll cage, it was too dangerous. The Demon could do wheelies, lift the front wheels off the ground at the start. From the factory. No tuning required. The only production car in the world with this capability. Dodge sold them with the instruction, for track use only, and winked. After Demon, Superstock, 807 horsepower. Then, Hellcat Red Eye, 797. Then, Jailbreak. Customization options unthinkable for competitors. And finally, Demon 170. The year 2023, the last gasoline Challenger, 1,225 horsepower. Think about it. 1,225 from the factory with a warranty. 0 to 100 in 1.66 seconds. Faster than a Bugatti Chiron Sport. Faster than a Rimac Nevera. Faster than anything else. On a 2008 platform, which is based on a late 1990s platform. Engineering madness? Absolutely. But it worked. While competitors were chasing technology, Dodge was chasing power. While the Mustang became global and the Camaro became refined, the Challenger remained American to the core. And it worked. It worked unexpectedly well. The year 2021. For the first time in history, the Challenger outsold the Camaro. The year 2022. Again. The year 2023. Again. A car that hasn't changed generations in 16 years beat the newest, most technologically advanced Camaro. How? 3 reasons. First, size. The Challenger remained large, comfortable, practical. While competitors were shrinking, the Challenger said, "Want a muscle car for everyday life? Here it is. Rear seats that fit people, a trunk that fits luggage, soft suspension for the highway." The second reason is personalization. 12 exterior colors, dozens of stripe combinations, 6 different engines, versions ranging from SXT to Demon. Every Challenger could be unique, yours. While Ford and Chevrolet standardized their lineups, Dodge offered choice. The third was nostalgia. The Challenger looked like a car from the past, like a father's dream, like a movie from the 70s. In a world of identical crossovers, the Challenger was a breath of freedom, a reminder of what cars were like when cars were cars. The Camaro was better on the track. The Mustang was better for the wallet. The Challenger was better for the soul. And people felt it. December 2023. Brampton Assembly Plant, Canada. The last gasoline-powered Dodge Challenger rolls off the assembly line. 15 years of continuous production, no generation change. A record for the modern era. The era has come to an end. But Dodge isn't giving up. Meet the Dodge Charger Daytona. Electric. Wait, don't go. Dodge added a Fratsonic chambered exhaust system, artificial exhaust sound through speakers, 126 decibels, louder than a Hellcat. An electric muscle car that roars. Insane? Absolutely. It's Dodge.
And the Challenger name?
It will return. Dodge is hinting at a revival in 2026. Electric or hybrid, it's still unknown. But knowing Dodge, they'll do something crazy again. Because it's in their DNA. The Dodge Challenger is not just a car, it is a symbol of stubbornness, of refusing to give up, of refusing to play by the rules. It died 3 times and rose again 3 times. It survived oil crises, the Japanese invasion, the electric revolution. It defeated its competitors not with technology, but with character. The Challenger is the last dinosaur, the last true American muscle car in a world of crossovers and electric cars. And you know what? The world will miss it. When all cars become identical quiet boxes on wheels, people will remember the roar of the HEMI, the vibration of the compressor, the smell of burning rubber. They will remember the Challenger. 3 legends, 3 destinies, 3 stories. Mustang, survived and adapted. Camaro, died undefeated. Challenger, remained true to itself until the end. Who won? Decide for yourself. But one thing is certain, the era of muscle cars is over, and we witnessed its final days. This concludes the trilogy about the great muscle car war. The next video tells a completely different story. The story of a car that was created to be the killer of all 3. The Porsche 911. 60 years of evolution, 0 concept changes, and the title of the best sports car in the world. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and in the comments write Mustang, Camaro, or Challenger. Who is the real king of muscle cars for you? See you soon.